These colossal grasshoppers are from the Cretaceous period. They wreak havoc on trees and prey on humans. The root of the problem came from a laboratory where they were genetically modified to become exceptionally robust. Dr. Lewis Dodgson recognized the catastrophe too late. He attempted to destroy them by setting fire to the lab himself, but unfortunately, the grasshoppers broke through the bulletproof glass ceiling and transformed into a swarm of fire grasshoppers that threatened the human race. Let's follow the story until the end. The movie begins with a group of fishermen out at sea when a dinosaur suddenly leaps up, bites their boat, and drags it under the water. In the preceding part of the movie, dinosaurs had escaped and taken over the world, and humans had no choice but to learn to coexist with them. Due to their huge physical advantage, dinosaurs quickly spread across the globe. As a result, dinosaur hunters emerged. Rare dinosaur species were smuggled to the black market for auction. Currently, the protagonist Owen is on a dinosaur hunt. He chooses a target and throws a lasso. After a long slide, Owen successfully ties the rope to a tree trunk, capturing a Parasaurolophus. Thanks to his natural talent for taming dinosaurs, Owen easily leads it away as his pet. Meanwhile, Maisie, the world's first human clone, is hiding in a small forest house with Claire and Owen, as many people want to take her away for experiments. However, today she disobeys and rides alone into town, and is spotted by a poacher. They quietly follow her and report it to the Biosin Company. Meanwhile, a swarm of giant grasshoppers appeared in a wheat field, chasing two children. The frightened children sought refuge in a warehouse, as it seemed the grasshoppers had mutated and grown to enormous sizes. The reason behind this was that they had been feeding on Biosin's genetically modified wheat. Dr. Allen also discovered that their genes contained those of the dinosaurs from the Cretaceous period. It appeared that Biosin had quietly infused this hormone into their fertilizer. At this rate of crop destruction, in just a few months, humanity would run out of food. Dr. Ellie wanted to team up with Dr. Allen to prevent this disaster. They immediately went to visit Biosin's conservation area. As Maisie stays with Owen, the mother and child dinosaurs blues suddenly appear. Owen, feeling puzzled, follows them into the forest, providing an opportunity for the kidnappers to act. They seize the baby dinosaur and push away its mother, then make a swift exit, taking the baby dinosaur, Beta, with them right in front of Owen. Maisie also encountered a roadblock on her way to the bridge. Owen witnessed it, but could do nothing but feel helpless. He promptly headed home to retrieve his gun and set off in his car. They found out through a friend that the kidnapper was an employee of the Biosin Company. Meanwhile, Dr. Allen and Dr. Ellie had arrived at the conservation area, a dinosaur park constructed by Biosin that housed the most fearsome dinosaur species. Ellie reunited with Dr. Ian, who belonged to the group studying genetically modified grasshoppers. He informed her that the company was conducting genetic modifications on grasshoppers in an underground bunker. Lewis aimed to create an indestructible and exceedingly potent grasshopper species. He was also the one who ordered the capture of Beta and Maisie for the purpose of breeding super-intelligent grasshoppers. On the other side, Owen arrived at the market where rare dinosaur species were being traded. Indeed, they had found the kidnapper of the little girl, Maisie. They were receiving money to transport a group of killer dinosaurs. At that moment, the underground police arrived, and both sides engaged in a fierce gunfight. Taking advantage of the chaos, the kidnapper quickly ran away, and Owen chased after him closely. The kidnapper then released two ferocious dinosaurs in an attempt to harm Owen, causing pandemonium in the market. Despite this, Owen quickly overpowered the kidnapper, who revealed Maisie's transportation location. However, he was then eaten alive by a dinosaur that was fighting against the surrounding agents. In response, Soyona Santos ordered the release of a killer dinosaur that could target and destroy any object targeted by a laser. Taking advantage of the chaos, Soyona quickly ran away. Claire saw this and quickly chased after Soyona. The two of them started fighting. Claire quickly used a stun gun and made her fall down. She confessed that Maisie was being taken to Biosin. Suddenly, a killer dinosaur attacked, and Soyona immediately used her laser on Claire. Claire had no choice but to run for her life. This species of dinosaur will not stop until it kills its prey or until it dies. Just as Claire was in danger, Kayla saved her in time. Claire then quickly informed Owen to rescue the girl. Owen rode his motorcycle, but was chased by two killer dinosaurs. He had no choice but to speed up. He couldn't think of a way to stop them at the moment. The two killers did not give Owen a break. On the other side, Claire was also being hunted. She quickly used a steel bar to block their way, allowing her to reach the plane in time. Owen had arrived at the square, where the fierce dinosaur was hunting humans. The two killers were also not far from him. Owen quickly drove to the plane where Claire was preparing for takeoff. She opened the rear door of the plane. Owen accelerated to the maximum speed, and the motorcycle was able to launch in time. Just as the plane was taking off, a killer dinosaur jumped in. but the motorcycle lost momentum and pulled the killer down into the sea. Now they need to fly to Biosin urgently. At the same time, Maisie has been taken to the laboratory where she finds out that she has been cloned from Charlotte, and her genes have been edited to prevent any disease. The only problem is that Charlotte is now dead, so the secret about the gene can only be studied from Maisie. At the same time, two scientists secretly break into the research basement, where genetically modified wheat and giant grasshoppers are stored. Maisie seizes the opportunity when the two are not paying attention and releases Beta. Beta wreaks havoc and destroys the laboratory. Ian rings the alarm, causing the grasshoppers to escape and attack the two scientists. It was difficult, but the two managed to escape outside. Just as they met Maisie, the three of them immediately fled and were luckily helped by a man, so the whole group safely left in an underground cabin. As Owen, Claire and Kayla fly towards the laboratory, they are suddenly attacked by a group of dinosaurs. The fierce creatures cause two engines to be damaged, and the plane starts plummeting down. Claire quickly presses the emergency parachute button, but her parachute is torn apart by a dinosaur's bite. Owen and Kayla stay behind to try to land the plane safely and descend to the laboratory base. Claire falls and gets stuck on a tree branch, unable to move. Suddenly, a dinosaur approaches her, but she remains still and avoids detection. Despite her limited movement, the dinosaur still senses her presence. Thinking on her feet, Claire cleverly dives into the water, thus avoiding danger. Owen and Kayla were fortunate to have escaped danger on this side, but the thin layer of ice on the lake could break at any moment. In the midst of this perilous situation, a furry dinosaur appeared out of nowhere, causing the ice to crack with its weight. It was unexpected that this type of dinosaur could swim. Owen and Kayla run away as quickly as they could. Unfortunately, Owen fell into the water and narrowly avoided becoming a tasty meal. The two of them scrambled onto a nearby railing and managed to crawl into an iron cage just in time. Meanwhile, Lewis discovered that two doctors had escaped and quickly cut the power to the cabin, causing it to come to a stop. The doctors and the little girl were forced to leave, unaware that they were in a place where dinosaurs were kept in a system of abandoned tunnels. The three of them continued to walk for a long time until they finally came across a ladder. However, when Dr. Allen climbed up, they were suddenly confronted by many meat-eating dinosaurs. They ran to a nearby door where they were lucky enough to meet someone standing outside. The person opened the door from the outside and they were able to escape. Owen and Kayla arrived at the location where Claire had landed, and encountered two massive flesh-eating dinosaurs, the largest carnivorous species on land. Claire had made her way to the central area but was surrounded by the pack of dinosaurs on all sides. Fearing for her life, Claire thought it was the end, but Owen appeared just in time to rescue her. At this time, Lewis received news that the grasshoppers had spread throughout the globe, and he immediately burned down the laboratory to destroy the evidence. However, he could not have anticipated the indestructible nature of the locusts, as they broke through the bulletproof glass door and flew out like a wildfire, causing a conflagration in the forest. The vehicle carrying the group of professors unfortunately lost control and plummeted into a ravine. After rolling and tumbling many times, it finally came to a stop, and fortunately for them, they ended up right next to Owen's group of three. But before they could even celebrate, the tyrannical Giganotosaurus appeared. As it reared up, everyone quickly took cover behind the vehicle, but unfortunately, it circled around and spotted them. The group immediately ran towards a metal ladder, with Maisie being the last to follow and getting caught in its jaws. The entire group was confronted with death. In a moment of desperation, Dr. Ian used a fire grasshoppers to lure the creature back, and when it opened its mouth, he threw it directly down its throat. This gave the group enough time to flee into the safety of the house. They narrowly escaped death. However, the dinosaur broke through the door and snatched Claire. Kayla acted swiftly, shooting a tranquilizer into the dinosaur's face, while Owen and the rest of the group fought fiercely. Realizing the situation was too tough, the dinosaur eventually retreated. The conservation area had been almost completely destroyed by a swarm of locusts. As a result, Lewis had to urgently order the evacuation of everyone. The entire staff hastily fled for their lives. Owen's group made their way down to the control room, knowing that they could only leave the area by activating the defense system. Just as they were at a loss for how to proceed, Ramsey Cole suddenly appeared and provided them with instructions. However, before departing, Owen made the decision to rescue the baby beta dinosaur while Claire and Dr. Ellie went to activate the electric fence. Owen located the baby beta dinosaur, and Maisie raised her hand to persuade it, which it obediently followed. Owen took advantage of the moment and shot it with a tranquilizer. As soon as the swarm of locusts was disturbed, they flew in all directions. The electric fence was activated, creating a defensive system, but it also caused Lewis's cabin to stop, forcing him to walk alone through the tunnel. Unfortunately, he encountered a Dilophosaurus and was so frightened that he ran for his life and hid inside the cabin. As a result, he was attacked and sprayed with venom, causing him to die on the spot. Kayla has found the plane, and the group immediately rushed outside to prepare to leave. However, just as they were about to board the plane, 2 Giganotosaurus dinosaurs appeared, blocking both ends. The group thought they were facing death, but it turned out the 2 dinosaurs were just fighting for territory. Everyone took the opportunity to quickly run to the plane. At that moment, one of the dinosaurs was defeated, but it turned and attacked the group. Kayla quickly fired a flare, causing the Giganotosaurus dinosaur to turn and attack the Velociraptor instead. While the two were fighting, the previously unconscious alpha dinosaur also began to wake up. The 2 dinosaurs teamed up and killed the Giganotosaurus by piercing it with their claws. At the same time, everyone managed to escape. The next morning, the army arrived to resolve the situation. Dr. Henry Wu used Maisie's genetic material to create a species of locusts that contained a disease, which then spread among the locusts, causing them to die off. The dinosaurs were released to live in the Biosyn Conservation Area, and Beta was also released to be with its mother, Blue. The two thanked everyone before running off into the forest. The first giant dinosaur continued to swim freely, waiting for the summer when people would come to the beach so it could feed. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it and found it informative and entertaining. Please hit subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you never miss a new upload. I can't wait to see you in the next one.